Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
You know, one of the most beautiful parts of the holiday season is the feeling of togetherness, the baking, decorating, and planning that fill the air with warmth. But sometimes as our loved ones get older, they can start to feel left out of all that bustle. Maybe they move a little slower, can't climb a step stool to hang decorations, or simply don't have the energy for big gatherings. And before we know it, the season that's supposed to bring joy can make them feel invisible. I've seen this so many times with older adults and families. The intention is good, everyone wants to help, but in the rush to get things done, we often forget that what seniors crave most is to be part of the doing. So today, let's talk about some simple, thoughtful ways to include your older loved ones in holiday preparations. Because participation isn't just about the task, it's about belonging, purpose, and connection. Let's start with the kitchen, because let's be honest, that's where a lot of holiday magic happens. Even if your loved one can't stand for long or can't handle heavy cookware, there are still plenty of ways they can contribute. Maybe they stir the cookie dough while sitting at the table or measure out ingredients in advance. Small modifications like that can make a big difference. You can also ask them to share old family recipes or taste test something new. Now, what about decorating? You can get creative here too. Ask your loved one to sort ornaments, choose which decorations go where, or untangle lights if they have the patience for it. If mobility is an issue, have them focus on the tabletop or mantle displays. You can even give them a decorating box of smaller items they can arrange independently, such as a wreath for the door, candles for the windowsill, or photo frames to set around the house. And here's something I love to suggest. Create a memory tree. Mix in old photos or keepsake ornaments that your loved one can talk about while decorating. It turns the process into a storytelling session, a walk through family history, if you will, and it helps younger generations feel connected. Shopping and gift wrapping are other great ways to keep seniors involved. If online shopping is easier, make it an event. Sit down together, browse for gifts, talk about what each person might like. When the packages arrive, let them help with wrapping, writing tags, or organizing gifts under the tree. For loved ones with arthritis or tremors, consider easy grip scissors or stick-on bows instead of tying ribbons. It's not about how perfect the wrapping looks, it's about giving them the joy of giving. And don't forget, many seniors have wonderful ideas for gifts that carry meaning, like handwritten notes, framed photos, or homemade treats. Those personal touches often become the most cherished presents. You can also invite them into the planning process. Ask for their input on the menu, the guest list, or even the music playlist. Sometimes just being asked feels good. It says your voice still matters here. If your loved one used to host holidays in the past, acknowledge the transition that you're now hosting. Say something like, "You've always made the holidays special, and I would love for you to help me carry on your traditions." That small gesture honors their legacy and reminds them they're still at the center of it all. And let's not overlook what might be the most meaningful role of all, storytelling. Encourage them to share memories of holidays gone by. Ask questions like, "What was your favorite gift as a child?" Or "What did your grandma used to make for Christmas dinner?" Record those stories on your phone or video if the person is comfortable with it. Trust me, one day those recordings will be priceless. Storytelling connects the generations. It's how values, humor, and love are passed down. And for older adults, it's deeply affirming. It reminds them that their life, their experiences, and their presence still matter. Now, I want to be clear. None of this should mean adding more stress or trying to make the holidays picture perfect. It's really about slowing down a bit and remembering that connection matters more than efficiency. The cookies do not have to be flawless. The decorations do not have to be balanced and symmetrical. And the wrapping paper doesn't have to match. What makes the holiday meaningful is being together and doing things together. Even small moments like folding the napkins, making place cards, lighting candles can bring happiness and purpose when they're shared with intention. So this year, I encourage you to look at your holiday plans through a new lens. Ask yourself, how can I make sure the people I love feel included, not just celebrated? Whether that means setting up a comfortable spot in the kitchen, inviting them to share their favorite song, or letting them take charge of something small, these acts of inclusion make the season brighter for everyone. Because at the end of the day, what older adults want isn't a fancy gift. It's the gift of being needed, appreciated, and loved. Before we wrap up today's episode, here's a little takeaway. Inclusion does not have to be complicated. It just has to be intentional. If you take 5 extra minutes to involve your loved one in the process, you're not only making memories, you're reminding them that they are still part of the heartbeat of the family. And really, isn't that what the holidays are all about? So thanks for spending these few minutes with me today. I'm Robin Schultz, and this has been your daily dose of senior safety advice. Until the next episode, take care of each other, and may your holidays be warm, safe, and full of connection. Take care. Bye.
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.